A very good afternoon, everyone. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to Consumer Electronics World Expo. As we gather here today, I'm thrilled to share that this year's edition brings together a diverse array of exhibitors and leading brands under one roof, a true testament to the growing strength and ambition of India's electronic industry. From mobile gadgets and smart home innovations to lifestyle tech, entertainment systems, and OEM manufacturing services, the show spans across a broad spectrum of varied segments. Most excited for this year's edition of CEW Conclave, a curated knowledge platform that brings together experts, government stakeholders, and industry leaders to engage in a high-impact dialogue, with themes centered around India's vision for Viksit Bharat 2047 and critical conversations on policy, technology, and manufacturing growth. The conclave sets the tone for where we are headed as an industry and as a nation. The platform isn't just about showcasing products, it's about igniting innovation, building connections, and envisioning the future of consumer electronics. From the latest gadgets to meaningful conversations, the coming days promise a wealth of inspiration and opportunity for all of us. Let us all make this experience truly impactful together. I would like to extend a very warm welcome to my dignitaries on stage, Mr. Vimalanan, Mr. Rajesh, Mr. Ravi Shankar Chaudhary, Mr. Rajesh Sharma, and Mr. Mimo Jain. Thank you all for being present here. And now, over to Mr. Vimalanan to give in the keynote address.
A very good afternoon to all of you. My dear friend Ravi Shankar ji, Mr. Mimo Jain, Mr. Rajesh Sharma, and Himani, the director of MEX. Ladies and gentlemen who have spared time to be here and participate in the inaugural ceremony of this World Expo. It is indeed a privilege to stand before you today and talk about one of the most dynamic and transformative sectors of the Indian economy, the consumer electronics industry. India's consumer durables industry accounts for approximately 0.6% of the nation's GDP and is projected to expand to around 11% CAGR, reaching a market size of 3 lakh crore Indian rupees by 2029, which is indeed a very impressive target. India is anticipated to become the fourth largest market for consumer durables by financial year 27, driving being a leader among the Committee of Nations, and this growth will be driven by the strong tailwinds that we are already witnessing today. Vision 2030 envisions India as an emerging global hub for consumer durables and electronics, harnessing the potential of its extensive domestic market and skilled workforce, leveraging technology and sustainability, leading India to become an economic superpower. From the ubiquitous smartphone in every hand to the smart appliances that are on display here today, making our homes more efficient, consumer electronics are no longer a luxury but an integral part of the daily lives of everybody, of everyone, each one of us sitting here. India's consumer electronics market is on a remarkable growth trajectory, valued at an impressive figure of more than $85 billion in 2024. Our study indicates that India's appliances and consumer electronics, that is ACE market, is anticipated to grow with a CAGR of almost 13%, reaching a market size of 177 billion through 2030. This growth is not accidental, my dear friends. It is driven by a powerful confluence of factors. We have a young and tech-savvy population, which comprises India's demographic dividend. With a large and aspirational young population, it is the engine of this growth. This generation is not just a consumer of technology, but an early adopter of new trends, from wearables and smartwatches to gaming consoles and AR/VR devices. Another factor is the rising disposable incomes of the 140 crore Indian population. As India's economy continues to expand, so does the spending power of its citizens. This has led to a shift in consumer behavior with a growing demand for premium, feature-rich, and energy-efficient products. Another factor is the intense competition. The market is very competitive, with both global giants and local players vying for market share. Innovation, quality, and a deep understanding of the Indian consumer are essential to thrive in this environment. There's a rapid urbanization and digitalization, which is also a very important factor. The expansion of internet connectivity, especially with the rollout of 5G, is accelerating the adoption of connected devices and smart home technology. The rise of e-commerce platforms has also made consumer electronics more accessible to a wider audience, even in smaller towns and rural areas. The government also is not lagging behind. We have been taking a lot many initiatives to proactively play the role of a facilitator in the growth of this industry. We have been introducing PLI schemes and scheme for promotion of manufacturing of electronic components and semiconductors, and encouraging local manufacturing, attracting foreign investment, and aiming to reduce India's reliance on imports. These policies are not just about manufacturing, they are also about building a self-reliant and globally competitive electronics ecosystem. The future of the Indian consumer electronics industry is brimming with potential. We are at the cusp of a technological revolution, and India is poised to be a very big player in this market. While we discuss the factors that are contributing to the growth of the industry in India, we also need to address the challenges that are facing the industry today. We have to increasingly lower the dependence that our industry has on imports. That's why Government of India is also championing the cause of QCOs. There must be some hiccups in the beginning, but at the end of the day, the QCOs are going to be a very big advantage for the industry. Counterfeiting and intellectual property. The prevalence of counterfeit products poses a threat to brand reputation and consumer safety. Stronger enforcement of intellectual property rights is vital for the industry's long-term health and the survival of the industry. We in the Department of Commerce, in the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, when we talk about increasing our exports exponentially in the next few years, we encourage the industry, not only consumer electronics industry, but the entire gamut of industries in the Indian economy, to pay a big attention to the building of brands. In many of the industries, we have some global leaders, but we don't have enough global brands. So I would exhort the consumer electronics industry also to not only introspect, but also do something concrete in the building of brands. If you need any help from the Government of India, we are always there with you. In conclusion, the Indian consumer electronics industry is at a pivotal moment. With a young aspirational population, supportive government policies, and a rapidly evolving technological landscape, investing in local manufacturing and by embracing innovation and working collaboratively, we can overcome the challenges and solidify India's position as a global leader in electronics. With these words, I would like to express my congratulations, my deep appreciation for having me here. And I wish you all the very best, the SIAMA, all the participating exhibitors and their parent companies, as well as the organizers, MEX. Uh, have a great expo, and I wish all of you here a very enriching experience. And I hope this exposition uh, creates a lot of business and generates a lot of uh, demand for the products that are on display in the country and abroad. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Mr. Anand, for enlightening remarks and for highlighting the role of commerce in shaping India's global competitiveness and self-reliance. Now, to present a focused view on electronics manufacturing and ecosystem growth, I invite Dr. Ashish Surakia, Public Policy Expert, ICEA, to share his thoughts with us.
Thank you. Thank you, Max, for organizing this session. Within session, there may be various contents, modalities, but largely what we are able to see today that our Honorable Prime Minister has set up a target of USD 500 billion of electronics manufacturing by 2030. I believe most of you, I do not know whether you are aware of the fact that how much we are manufacturing as on date. Any idea, any guess? Right, we have to achieve 500 billion in 2030. Any idea what we are doing today? And what we were doing 10 years back? So 10 years back, we were manufacturing some USD 30 billion, 33 billion of electronics across verticals, whether you say consumer electronics, strategic, industrial electronics. Today we are manufacturing some 140 billion of electronics. So this in mobile sector alone, there is a CAGR of 57% in exports, which apparently looks like this is not possible, but we have made this possible. Similarly, today out of 135 billion, 64 billion is mobile phone, and consumer electronics is around 13 to 14 billion. And the target for 2030 is 24 billion of consumer electronics. So as Vimalji rightly said, that we are known for manufacturing item for other brands, means brands for other countries. So here we need to become a product nation. We need to build our own brands. This is possible, this all become possible only due to the fact that Ministry of Electronics, Department of Commerce and other government agencies supported the industry. There were a series of schemes which came into play. The nation got its first national policy for electronics in 2012. 2012, the first policy, that time the nation realized that electronics is important. So after that, various schemes were launched, like AMSIPs were launched, wherein 25% of the capex support was provided. Then EMC, which has created dedicated cluster for electronics manufacturing, and various other schemes. The latest in the round is ECMS, Electronic Component Manufacturing Scheme. I would like to mention that component is the supply chain item which has maximum degree of domestic value addition. So all resistors, inductors, capacitors, materials, SMD passives, electromechanicals, everything is getting incentivized in the new scheme. And as an industry association, we would like to request and appeal to the industry that you should get benefited out of it. So to create this, one thing is that manufacturing may be for anyone, or manufacturing may be for yourself. As a country, we are good in labor, we are good in manufacturing, we are world's best manufacturing houses are in India. Like Foxconn, you take Dixon is becoming another India's Foxconn, then Amber is there, PG Electroplast are there. So many companies are already there. But now is the time that we need to think and create our own brand and take it globally. So with this vision, I would like to conclude that we have a huge target, and it will take everyone's contribution and support to take this. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Surakhia, for your insightful address and for highlighting the ground realities, milestones, and opportunities in India's electronics manufacturing space. Now, next, to offer Industry Association's viewpoint on the evolving consumer electronics ecosystem, I now invite Mr. Ravi Shankar Chaudhary, Secretary General of SIAMA, to address the audience. Sir, please do the honors.
Very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. With so many dignitaries, so many brands, and eminent personalities, organizations coming, making it here today, it seems the expo is already successful. It's an absolute honor and pleasure for me to be part of this transformative platform again. That's called Consumer Electronics World Expo 2025. Standing on the pillars of innovation, digital empowerment, and economic potential, India today has made a notable impact in the global landscape. This year's theme, Step Forward in our collective journey towards Viksit Bharat 2047, from aspiration to action, I believe reflects how our nation's growth story is at a critical inflection point. One that calls for clear vision, strong collaboration, and bold future-led action. To realize our vision of becoming a truly developed nation by 2047 is a continuous journey, one filled with various opportunities as well as challenges. And each one of us as individuals, corporations, industry as a whole needs to fuel this vision with momentum, to turn aspirations into action. This expo is a common ground where the entire appliances and consumer electronics, we call it ACE. The ACE ecosystem can come together to share ideas, spark innovation, and shape the future of our industry and the wider economy. We at SIAMA deeply are aligned with the Honorable Prime Minister's vision of Viksit Bharat, and we believe the consumer electronics industry stands as a key enabler in realizing the transformative goal that we have. From enhancing quality of life through smart and sustainable technologies, to create job opportunities, empowering the startup ecosystem, and driving exports. Our industry is both an economic engine and a social catalyst. This year's expo reflects India's evolution from being a consumer of global innovations to emerging as an domestic manufacturing hub, an innovation hub that exports world-class products to the world. The strong impetus to domestic manufacturing, the growth of R&D capabilities, and the focus on sustainable practices all echo the spirit of Make in India, for India, and for the world. I extend my heartfelt appreciations to our partners, partner Max Exhibition for seamlessly organizing this expo, Metrics Research and Analytics for curating the panel discussions that you will be witnessing during the course of this expo, the 3-day expo and conclave, for basically this remarkable expo, and for bringing together a diverse and dynamic gathering of industry leaders, policymakers, and innovative minds on a common platform. Let's move from aspiration to action together for a truly Viksit Bharat. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chaudhary, for your valuable observations and for underlining the importance of public-private collaboration in realizing India's vision for 2047. To now bring in the industry's voice from the front lines of innovation enterprise, I am pleased to invite Mr. Mimo Jain, Vice President at Sharp Business Systems India Private Limited, to share his insights with us. Sir, please.
Good morning once again. Hello everyone. It is esteemed pleasure to stand on the dais and share the dais with the industry leaders and the government officials and the veterans of the consumer portraits. विकसित भारत, yes, सोने की चिड़िया से मैन्युफैक्चरिंग की चिड़िया को बनाने के लिए तैयार हैं. What we are aiming at, and it was honor to have a discussion with Anand sir in the morning, how from Make in India to design in India and R&D in India to export from India, which is the vision we can collaborate towards actually. Yes, the mission is not easy, as our secretary said. From aspiration to execution requires a lot of efforts. Right now, if we see China exports numbers are 359 billion, and we are on 37 million itself. So there is a huge potential. But can we do it? Yes, we have to benchmark. We have to align what are the advantages we have. Like we have the labor cost advantage, we have the supply chain advantage, we have the taxation benefits. What we need to work upon, the electronic consumer prices and the raw material availability and the cost of capital, if we can fund on those parameters and promote through such exhibitions internationally our capabilities and showcase those capabilities, we can work upon that. Sharp is doing in alignment with that, as we are relaunching Sharp in India, with not the only objective to sell in India, but from air conditioners to mixer grinders and small appliances, we are targeting and will be contributing in Viksit Bharat and exports from India to Middle East as a first market, followed by Bangladesh and other Asian countries. So we are in alignment with the vision of the Prime Minister, where he launched Make in India. We are taking the benefits of PLI scheme of collaborating with the leader manufacturers in India like Amber, Dixon and PG. And we will be open arms supporting and transferring our technology from Japan to India to export into the other parts of the country. Thank you all for hearing us out, and we are there to showcase our range of products as well in this exhibition. Have a good day. Have a great time. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jain, for your valuable perspective and for highlighting how industry leaders like Sharp are driving change through innovation, efficiency, and a future-focused approach. With these powerful perspectives, we begin this remarkable journey, a journey towards building a resilient, innovative, and technologically empowered Bharat. Now we take a moment to honor the presence and contributions of our esteemed speakers, whose insights continue to illuminate the path toward Viksit Bharat. I would request Ms. Himani to felicitate our dignitaries. Ma'am, please do the honors. Mr. Vimal Anand, Joint Secretary, Department of Commerce. Can we have a loud round of applause, gentlemen? Everybody, all the ladies and gentlemen, yes. Dr. Ashish Sarakia, Public Policy Expert, ICEA. Taaliyan rukni nahi chahiye. Can you please have a louder applause for everybody, please? Mr. Ravi Shankar Chaudhary, General Secretary General, SIAMA. Mr. Rajesh Sharma, Executive Director and Principal Advisor, ICEA. I have done for the Ashish sir. Ashish sir is done. Mr. Mimo Jain, Vice President at Sharp Business Systems India Private Limited. A big round of applause for all our distinguished speakers and leaders. Thank you for being an integral part of this collective vision. Your commitment and contributions continue to drive India's momentum towards a progressive and self-reliant future. Ladies and gentlemen, we will continue with our next panel discussion, which will begin at 2 o'clock. We appreciate your patience and look forward to your presence in the next session as well. Thank you so much.